I put my juice down and I looked away for 10 seconds. 10 fucking seconds. And I looked back and there's a dead moth in it. How fucking suicidal do you have to be that you see a glass of apple and blackcurrant squash and it takes you 10 seconds to think, I'm going to drown myself in that. Can't take it anymore. I'm going to drown myself in blackcurrant juice. It's just a little moth. It's just, you know, just like one of the little mini ones. Not like one of the butterfly-sized ones. I don't think that would have been able to, like, stealth suicide itself. I think I would probably have heard that one go in. But yes, there is just like a tiny little dead moth in my juice. And what is slightly concerning is it seems to have left a trail of something behind it in the liquid. Looks kind of like really, really tiny feathers. Do moths have feathers on their wings? I mean, they are kind of soft, aren't they? If you stroke a moth. You ever stroked a moth? Ever stroked a butterfly? I've stroked a butterfly. They're very nice. They're sort of like slightly soft on their bodies, but you shouldn't stroke their wings because it's got like dust on them that helps them fly or something like that, so you're not meant to touch their wings. But they do have stuff on their wings, don't they? But my juice is looking very contaminated right now, so I don't think I'm going to drink it. I think I'm going to drink the juice that I've got in the bottle and leave the juice in the glass. This is the final resting place of this poor dead moth. Just decided to drown himself in my juice. Anyway, welcome back to Banished. It's been a short while since I recorded the last one, and I literally cannot remember anything that was happening. But from this bird's eye view that we've got here, it occurs to me that it would be very sensible to have a path running through there, wouldn't it? To have a more direct route to the nice bridge that links upper Magpieton to lower Magpieton. That would make a lot of common sense, wouldn't it? Where are we? We're in late winter. Food's alright, firewood's a tiny bit low for us actually, but it's alright. I mean, we built a lot of new houses last time, didn't we? And we had a lot of new children we born. We built the chapel and the graveyard, just in case anybody happens to pop their clogs anytime soon. We built the trading post, but no traders have arrived yet. And we built the schoolhouse. Sorry, I'm just pausing to dip some bread into some bean juice. Because I didn't have any breakfast this morning. Because I've slept in twice in a row. I never sleep in, ever. Like, I usually wake up about half an hour before my alarm goes off, and then I might stay in bed, but I'll still be awake. Sometimes I'll fall back asleep for like 15 minutes or something like that. Twice in a row, I have woken up when my alarm went off. Gone back to sleep and woken up like an hour and a half later. And then all of a sudden I need to be at work. And I've had to... That is a testament to how tired I am, because I think I've been averaging about 3 hours sleep a night for the past week. Hang on. I just need to eat some bread. Give myself some sustenance. But yeah, I didn't have any breakfast. And at work, literally all I've eaten is sweets and cake and donuts and biscuits and half of someone's sandwich that I nicked. And that's it. I'm so full of sugar. You know when you feel really hungry but really sick at the same time and you can't decide whether you actually want to eat anything or not? I'm kind of at that stage. So I decided I would just get a tin of baked beans and sausage and zap it in the microwave. And I'm dipping what's left of my bread into it before my bread goes mouldy. That's what I'm having for my tea. Because I've made myself so sick to my stomach by eating just like crap all day. Right, yes, anyway, what were we doing? I mean, I know a lot of children have been born. Talonza had moved out and had a child. Melvie, yes, I remember that now. Talonza and Brinley. The tailor and the blacksmith. Oh, that's nice. The tailor and the blacksmith, because then they work next to each other. Who's the tanner these days? Should we have a look? Messica! Messica is the tanner. I do like Messica. I'm going to let the game run because I don't think there's anything that needs my immediate attention, so I may as well just let it run in the background. What the fuck is that? Oh, is that a child? That's a child. That's Fletchel. For a minute there I thought that was a gravestone and I thought that somebody had died without me noticing. That would have been very embarrassing. No, it was just a child. Just a child camouflaged as a gravestone. This is our lovely church that we built last time. And this is our lovely... word that I'm looking for. Schoolhouse. Yes, I'm very sleep deprived. Right, words are difficult. Words are difficult at the best of times, but words are particularly difficult at the minute. And oh, Tavo has become our cleric. Now, it was Arlyle, wasn't it? Originally, or is Arlyle the teacher? Arlyle might be the teacher. Haidee is the teacher. I'm sure Arlyle was one of them. Was Arlyle not the teacher? I remember being very excited because our Lyle had become something. I'm sure it was the teacher, and I thought, oh, what? Isn't that brilliant that our first farmer, one of the old guard. He's a builder now? Oh, man. Yeah, one of the old guard. We don't need any builders. Become the teacher. He didn't last very long, did he? Bless him. Never mind. Now he's just a labourer. Oh, Lyle, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sure we'll find you a nice, good job soon enough. I was really rooting for you to stay as the teacher, but never mind. So we've got Tavo as the cleric, priest, vicar person, and we've got Haiti as the teacher. I mean, I like Haiti. Got nothing against Haiti, but you know, I wanted it to be our Lyle, man. I wanted it to be our Lyle. He's got things to teach people. He's got stories. He's one of our. He's one of our originals. Oh, Willow on something. What Willow on? Firewood? Oh my god, we're on 0 firewood. That has not been a problem we have had to have contend with for a while. We do have an 11-year-old woodcutter. So that might have something to do with it, because she'll be uneducated, won't she? Yes, and it's always been either our Lyle or Eleanor up until now, or, occasionally other people. Our Lyle and Eleanor had another child. Did I know that? I think I did know that, didn't I? Yes, because I knew about. Yes, I did know that. I'm losing track now. There's getting to be too many people in the village, and I'm just losing track of them all. Yes, what was I saying? Yes, so she's uneducated, so she'll be working slower, and I think usually we've had an educated person in as the woodcutter. But we're into early spring, so it's not like a major problem. We just need to maybe up the limit a bit. Fuel limit's currently at 300. If we up it to 500, because we do have more houses that we need to thingy-mahooja. We could get another woodcutter if we wanted. I don't think we really need one. I don't want to get too complacent about food. I mean, I know that we've got stupid amounts of food, and I know we bring in loads of food, and we've always got too much food. And the only reason we've got it down to that number is because I put it all in the fucking trading port. But we are starting to grow quite rapidly. And at some point it might just get out of hand, the whole food situation. Look at our lovely little forest area. Oh, isn't that lovely? Little Magpie Forest. Lower Magpieton, Magpie Bridge, over Magpie River, Upper Magpieton, Magpie Chapel, Magpie School. There's a common theme here, I don't know if you can tell. Right. We need to think about what we're going to do next, because at the minute we're kind of fine. We're expanding slowly but surely. I don't think we need any more houses or anything. There's poor Ty Lord, still a labourer. Back to being a labourer. He was a hunter for a while, wasn't he? What's Diamona doing these days? She's a gatherer, keeping to herself with her mysterious 0-year-old child. Another one to spark the rumours of, who's father. Who's the father of all of these children that she keeps having mysteriously. Oh, fucking hell! I've just spilt juice all down myself. Fuck's sake. It's because I filled my bottle too full, that's why that is, and I literally cannot drink it without spilling it now. Hang on a minute. It's going to take some skill, this is. Okay, I have drunk enough that it is now drinkable, if that makes sense. That doesn't make any sense, does it? But I have spilled these down myself, but that's fine. That's alright, man. I'm in my pyjamas. Nobody can see us. This is why I don't do face cam, because you don't want to know the state that I am in when I'm recording these videos. Especially these ones, the Sunday morning ones, because these are the kind of ones that I record when I get in from work late. Especially if it's been stressful, because I find these kind of therapeutic to do. So, yeah, you don't want to see what I look like when I'm recording them. The Thursday ones, not so much. I set aside a day to do the Thursday ones because they take actual concentration and thought. But not these ones. I don't give a shit about these ones. I just like to waffle and ramble. Just for kind of the fun of it. These two keep reaching their limits. No, they don't. That's reached its limit, but these two just keep running out of stuff, don't they? How many clothes have we got, though? Oh, we're down to 2. We're down to 2 stored clothes? Really? Oh, that's a little bit concerning. Do we have any leather? We've got plenty of leather. It's wool that we're missing. So if I switch you over to just leather coats, just so that, I mean, warm coats are better, obviously, but just so that, you know, we've actually got something for people to wear. I really want a trader to turn up with some sheep for us, so we can start farming sheep. That would be amazing. But no trader has even turned up yet. When he does, he'll probably be a fucking food trader or something equally useless. Yeah, need to keep an eye on the food situation. Just to kind of try and gauge how much we're using. Who's our farmer these days? Leleno! Leleno was one of our originals, wasn't he? He's part of the old guard. We've been here 5 years now, and everybody has aged about 2 decades. But don't question that. Oh, there's a tree randomly fallen over. Oh, you chopped it down. Why were you chopping a tree down? Oh, are you a forester? That's probably why, isn't it? Yes, that would make sense. It's his job, Magpie. His job, what you assigned to him. Well, I didn't assign it to him. I assigned it to a random villager, and he turned out to be the random villager. We don't need any more stone or iron mining, do we? I'm just trying to work out what we should do, really. I mean, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on everything at the minute, seeing how it's all going. The firewood situation needs to be kept an eye on. We need to try and work out if we maybe need either to add another... Oh, Valerial is now the woodcutter. She's 12 years old, so and also not educated, so I don't think she's going to do much better. But never mind. Who was the other one? Who was 11? Can't think now. Tylord's now 40 and still a labourer. Oh, wait, a child named Ellie was born. Who's had Ellie? Who's had Ellie? See, I can't keep up now. They're having kids too quickly. All of that time I was like, I need you to have more kids. And now I'm like, can you please stop having kids? I can't keep up. Domando and Kristen have had Ellie. That's lovely. You know what? I cannot remember who their children were. I would love like a family tree button in Banished, where you could track, like, you know, who's lived in what house and stuff, and try and work out whose kids got married and things like that. But alas, that is not a thing. Yeah, but we're soon going to start getting to the point where... sorry, I'm just getting more bread. That's what you can hear in the background. We're soon going to start getting to the point where I just can't keep up, and I just completely lose track of everybody. And I just won't know who anybody is, or who's doing what job, or anything. And, you know, the days of the scandals like Tylord and Diamona will be long gone. Which is a shame and everything, but it's part of how the game evolves. I think we're pretty much treading water as far as food goes at the moment. We might want to think about upping the amount of fishermen and hunters that we have, just to make sure that we're still comfortable even though we're expanding so quickly. We've got no students yet. Poor, who's the teacher at the minute? Still Heidi. Poor Heidi's just got absolutely nothing to do. She just sat in that hut all day, twiddling her thumbs, waiting for somebody to come and learn arithmetic or whatever it is she's teaching them, which somehow helps them be a faster labourer. Yeah, don't question it. It's been so long since we cleared this area, the trees are starting to grow back, so that's nice. But the thing is, like, I don't know what to, like, expand with. Like, what should I build next? I could build a town hall, maybe. I've got enough stone, I think, probably. If I can remember which fucking button it is, that one. That's a well. Library, schoolhouse, hospital. Hospital. I don't think we need a hospital right at this moment, to be honest with you. 78 stone, 32 iron. I mean, I could build a hospital. And then a town hall. I mean, I've got the resources. The town hall doesn't even, like, produce a job, so I wouldn't need anybody. Should we build a hospital in a town hall just because we can? Just do it because we can. Where should we put the hospital? Make it like a little cottage hospital. Bit out of the way, like a little bit out of the way. Round the back of the church. That seems like a good place, doesn't it? How do you rotate stuff? There we go. Nip it round the back of the church. Leave a bit of a gap. Yeah. About there. That's lovely. Get a nice little path going up the side, like that. Yeah. And then town hall. Where do we want the town hall? Need a couple of builders now, don't we? Let's get a couple of builders. Town hall. If we pop it sort of... Ooh, I don't know. Like there? So it's the first thing you see when you come across the bridge? That would be good, wouldn't it? First thing you see when you come across the bridge. I mean, we'll get rid of all these trees and stuff, obviously, so it looks less rustic. Should we tuck it in a bit closer to the cemetery or leave it a bit? I see, it looks better there, doesn't it? First thing you see when you come across the bridge. I like that. We'll put the town hall there. We now need 6 builders and I've only got 3, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm not in any great rush. I mean, I'm literally only building them because I can't think of anything else to build. Until we start like expanding out into other areas and building like little communities and stuff, until we've got enough people for things like mines and quarries. Like, what else can we do, frankly? Yeah, you can only build 1 town hall, that's why that's greyed out now. Everything else you can build multiples of, but you can only have 1 town hall, so that will be Magpie Town Hall. And it will be the only town hall that we shall ever have. Unless it burns to the ground or something like that, but you know, I don't want to think about things like that. I think I've almost soaked up all my bean juice with my bread, just in case you were interested. I do like to get rid of all the juice when I'm having baked beans. I have to say, if I'm doing them in the pan, I mean I just slap these ones in the microwave, but if I'm doing them in the pan, I like them overdone, where you boil off almost all the juice so they go like sticky. Oh, it's the best thing. I mean, it makes it harder to clean the pan out afterwards, but it's the best kind of baked beans. Absolute best kind of baked beans on toast with their scrambled egg. Nothing better in the world. How is our tailor doing? Is our tailor actually producing clothes again? Yes, that's nice. Our coats have gone up to 8. Our poor Tanner still has nothing to good to because the hunters aren't bringing in animal skins quick enough. But we'll keep him on, whoever it is. Is it still Messica? It's still Messica. But he'll be doing like labourer jobs. Probably cutting down stuff to get these going on. Oh, have we got 1 builder working on each? Oh no, because I've got 3 builders, haven't I? Who's working on this one? Oh, Lyle. Oh, Lyle and Eleanor. Oh, Lyle and Eleanor are the power couple of the village. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being a builder. But, you know, I mean, you know, they're building the hospital. It's a very important job. But I feel like they've been slightly passed over when it comes to things like, you know, who could be the teacher? Heidi, who has 0 students and therefore literally nothing to do. It's like, honestly, if none of our bloody children aged up to the point where they can become a student. Azariah's 9. Lanayla, or however the fuck I'm meant to pronounce that, is 9. Valerie grew up before. Maggie's 9. Yeah, we're going to have a sudden influx, aren't we? We're all going to age up at once. That's kind of what happens in this game because of course you build several houses. Oh, I keep forgetting about them over here. Ralpha and Rose, who are both boys, who sound like they should be girls, but never mind. Yes, Ralpha will grow up soon, and then we've got the 2 little houses here. Letchell's 4 and Cliver's 3. Taylor and Haiti and Cliver and Weasley and Lania, however I'm meant to pronounce that, about Fletchell. So lovely. How's what's his name doing? Talonza. Talonza's still the blacksmith and Sabrina's still the tailor. Marvellous, that is what I like to see. Are you still the herbalist? Yes, still the herbalist and the forester, or Irvine and Gisela. I fucking love that. Fucking love that. I hope he is the herbalist until the day he dies. Yeah, that's kind of it, really. I wonder if I should start thinking about speeding the game up. Because I do like to play the game slowly at the beginning. But it gets to a point where you're just waiting for stuff to happen, man. You need to speed time up a little bit. Still no fucking traders. Oh, come on, traders. Turn up. I want you to bring me some delicious... Fucking hell, I really can't speak. Delicious. What was I even going to say? I can't fucking remember. Sheep? I think sheep was what I was going to say. Oh, God. Have you missed Sleep Deprived Magpie? She's brilliant, isn't she? Sleep Deprived Magpie used to be the magpie who always recorded Prince of Persia videos. I was always very sleep deprived when I recorded those, and you know, it just made me like really, really grumpy trying to deal with the camera angles and everything. Yeah. I love watching my old Prince of Persia videos back now because I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so grumpy. I think Grumpy Magpie is funnier than normal Magpie. Actually, if you ever do go back and watch some of my older videos and you find that the audio is out of sync, it is because in a moment of particular insecurity, and I can't even remember why, but for some reason I was feeling incredibly insecure, I went back and I edited loads of the videos that I'd uploaded using YouTube editor, which is shit, because it cuts out like the video but leaves the audio as it is, so the audio just ends up really out of sync. The Sims series is particularly bad because I just went back and edited out loads of things that I'd regretted saying, and I can't even remember what it was or why or anything, but like the Sims series is really bad for it, and there's a couple of the Prince of Persia ones. I left the Mass Effect series alone. I completely left that alone. That was sacred, so that hasn't been tampered with. But if you ever do go back and watch some of the older ones and think, fucking hell, why is the audio out of sync? That's why. That's why. I won't do it again, don't worry. But yes, I can't even remember what it was that I edited out now, or why, or anything. But I do remember I went through a bit of a strange phase where I was like, oh my god, I have to edit out all these things I said. God knows, I don't fucking know. Right, how are we getting on over here? I want you to build them, man. I want you to just build stuff. All of our children have become students. That's nice. How many students have you got now, Heidi? 4. You've got 4 students. Brilliant, and you are still the teacher. Would have been kind of hilarious if the moment that their school actually got students, they fired her as the teacher. Decided to get somebody else. I don't know why I've decided that Heidi would be an incompetent teacher. I think I'm just slightly put out that it's not our Lyle. Is he still a builder? Oh, he's a fisherman now. And Eleanor's back to being the woodcutter. Marvellous. She has stepped in to sort out the firewood crisis because she's the only one we can trust. Was she our first woodcutter? I can't remember if she was the first woodcutter, but I think she's definitely the one who's had the most woodcutting experience at this point, because it's the job she keeps going back to. Sometimes, you know, she'll dabble with farming and fishing and the like, but mostly she always goes back to woodcutting. I don't think either of them have ever ventured into the forest, career-wise. I don't think either of them have ever been foresters or gatherers or anything like that. Got this annoying little hill here where nothing grows. And you know, in real life you could totally plant trees there, but in the game you can't. Should we call this Magpie Mound? Magpie Mound. That's quite nice, that, isn't it? Like, you know, Murray Mountain. Or Henman Hill, or whatever it is they fucking call it these days. It's Henman Hill, and then they started calling it Murray Mountain. And then Joe Conter came along, and it was like, it's not really much we can do with Joe Conter. That's... so it's just not, you know, there's nothing kind of J related that really means hill or mountain. If you never watched Wimbledon, you're very confused now. No idea what I'm talking about. I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. It's okay. It's okay. No traders have turned up yet. Damn it, man! I need something to happen. Something interesting. Otherwise I just end up waffling nonsense. Oh, Tylod's become a hunter. He's been a hunter before, hasn't he? Yeah, he just keeps dabbling in this, that and whatever. But Diamona is still the gatherer. She seems to have settled a bit. Or maybe she had just settled because he was busy being a labourer again and he was out from under her feet, but now he's managed to wheedle his way back into the hunter profession. So he's back in the forest dancing around her again. And there's this mysterious fucking child, Amar. I mean, who the fuck is your dad? I think we all know. But nobody wants to say. It's the secret that everybody knows but nobody talks about. So who's building this then? Weaverly and Tavo. Oh, Tavo's no longer the cleric. Who's the cleric these days then? Lena. They're trusting the school and the church with like the young people, which I'm not saying is necessarily a bad thing. But you know, you just like we've got some pretty good like old guard over here. We've got Arvile and Eleanor, my favourite power couple. We've got Dormando and Kristen, my second favourite power couple. Messica and Callus. You know, these are big names in this village. Eleno and Rainey, who not so much because you know Rainey did kind of taint herself a little bit with her whole fishing technique right early on, you know, but and fucking Leno's a fisherman now, and Garlandra's a fisherman. Yeah, this seems to be the fishing family. A lot of them have always been, seem to end up as fishermen. Oh, I've discovered a face. We've got 2 lakes over here that look like eyes. And then that's nose. And then if you go down a bit, if you get it just kind of the right angle, the river is sort of like a mouth. Sort of like, you can say that, right? You can say that that's totally like a mouth, and those are like eyes. If I just like rotate it a little bit, just rotate it a little. I can't zoom out anymore, that's annoying. But there, that's totally a face, guys. It's totally a face. What should we call these lakes? Because this one over here we've called Magpie Lake. It's going to be Magpie Lake. This is Magpie River. I don't know what this river's going to be called. Have to think on that a little bit. And then we've got like a big mountain over here. That needs a name. We've got a bit of a mountainy range sort of thing over here. And then we've got these two lakes that need names. Oh, so much to think about, guys. So much to think about. We just start expanding, I think. We're still very small and the map's still very big. I mean, we will just start to expand out into all of this eventually. And it will just, you know, all of a sudden we'll be just expanding loads. I really want a trader to turn up. It's really, really annoying me. Okay, I'm going to speed the game up. Because there's no happening. Absolutely no happening. I'm going to speed things up until these things are built. And look how fast everybody's walking. Look at them all zooming around like little ants. Oh, it's so cute. Well, we're getting into late summer. And the firewood situation is under control. But I'm getting a bit worried about food. I'll be honest. I think it's starting to, I mean, we will get the harvest coming in. About now-ish. Has he started harvesting yet? Or she, or whoever it is who's the farmer. Who's the farmer in a minute? Valeriel. 13 years old. Oh well. Yeah, she'll get the harvest in soonish. So that'll boost it up a bit. But I feel like we're going down rather than like we were treading water. Now I feel like we're going down. Which at the minute it's not a major problem. But if we can get like... Yeah, if we get one more fisherman, because we've only got 3. And... We're full up on hunters, but we could get a couple more gatherers. Just to keep on top of it a little bit. How's this going? Nearly built the hospital. And they're still busy collecting stuff for the town hall. Any traders turning up yet? Just keep up. Oh wait! Yeah, we have a trader. We have a trader. Here he comes in his little boat. You better be a good trader. You better be a trader who has something that we actually want, / need, / desire. Rowing your little boat. They're so cute. They're so cute. What makes me sad is that the traders are the only ones who'll ever visit you. You won't get like, you know, a travelling circus or anything coming down the river. It's really, really sad. Oh, we need a doctor for the hospital. Hospital, where's the doctor? Doctor, Tanner, cleric, physician, that's what it is, not doctor. Physician. Take one of our builders off and get a physician. Yeah, the traders are the only people who ever visit. It's kind of sad. You can sometimes get nomads who rock up and decide they want to join your town, which is really, really, really useful if you're low on people and you've got like too many jobs and not enough people. It's really, really useful to have nomads turn up. But apart from that, nobody ever visits, man. There's no like neighbouring powers or anything like that who decide to rock up. Right, let's watch our little trader. He's coming into port. Coming into port to trade with us. Who's the trader these days? It is Lena. Was it always Lena? I have a feeling it was always Lena. She was very briefly the cleric for a while, though. Who the fuck's the cleric now, then? Tavo's the cleric again. Bloody hell, nobody can keep that position for more than a week and a half. A merchant has arrived at a trading port. Yes, a merchant has arrived at a trading port. Hang on. Trade. Plum seeds. Yes. So this is what he's got to trade. He has got to trade plum seeds, which isn't terrible because it means we can build a nice, pretty orchard, and we can plant plum trees. But what I actually wanted was fucking livestock. That's what I wanted, because they're more interesting. But if we get 1 plum seed, that's going to cost us 2,500. Now, rather annoyingly, the only thing that we have stocked that he will take is iron. All of this other stuff that we've stocked up with, that we had loads of, he's not interested in. But he is interested in the iron. So that gets us off to 1,000. Which isn't enough, but panic not. We can stock up on more. So how much do I need? I need 1,500. How much iron have we got? Ooh, it's going to be tight because... Oh no, they've got all the iron that they need for that. Okay, so if I put another 200 in, that's going to be another 1,000, and then another 100. Is that right? That should be right? That should be right. Okay, I'm going to set that off at normal speed, and she's going to go and get some more iron for him. And he will just sit there. I don't actually know if there's a limited time that they will sit there for until you dismiss them. I've never had one leave mid-transaction because it took too long to get the goods. As far as I'm aware, they just sit there until you dismiss them. So you've got time to, like, you know, if you don't have enough of what they want, you've got time to stock up with more. Yes, we've got our nice hospital. Who's our doctor? Kristen! Kristen is our doctor. That is an excellent choice. I've always liked Kristen. She's lovely. Kristen is our doctor, and there is 0 patients. And there will be 0 patients, like, until there's a plague. It's not like people get the occasional chest infection or anything and have to go to the hospital. That hospital will just sit there empty with absolutely nothing to do until there happens to be a plague. At which point we are, you know, we've got a hospital and we've got a doctor and we've got 144 herbs. So we're basically sorted. If there happens to be a plague at any point, we're sorted. Oh, come on, Lena, I need you to fucking gather in quickly. Well, our food has been boosted up quite healthily by the harvest. So that's good, but we'll see how it's looking by the end of winter. I've got plenty of firewood now. And when you look at that, all of that is firewood. Or is all of that logs? All of that's logs, that's firewood. Is the firewood in people's houses? Oh, the firewood's over here. And in people's houses, presumably. Oh, Weaverly's become the trader, has he? I just saw him pushing his wheelbarrow. Because it's usually the traders that you see pushing the wheelbarrows. Whereas everybody else, like, carries resources, the traders push the wheelbarrows. He's become the trader who? What's Lena now, then? Lena's the cleric. Fucking hell! They just cannot settle on a cleric, can they? It's been Tavo, it's been Lena, then it was Tavo again, now it's Lena again. Bloody hell. They just keep swapping. They're bickering amongst themselves about who they want to be the fucking cleric. How's this coming along? It is being worked on now, apparently. I can't see who it is. Oh, there we go. Kristen! Oh. You didn't last very long as the doctor then, did you? I can't bloody keep up with this village at the minute. They're so indecisive. Now Tavo's the doctor. Now that he's no longer the cleric. Blooming heck, man. Who's the teacher then these days? It's still Haiti. It's still Haiti! Congratulations, Haiti. You've managed to hold down a job for more than a week. Bloody miracle in this place. Diamond is still a gatherer. Tyler's still a hunter. Still a hunter. Not back to being a labourer again just yet. I mean, that is a testament to him. There's now 250 iron in there. We're working as fast as we can, little merchant. I'm sorry. Let's get us up to... Gets us up to... Oh, at that point we're overpaying. That's because I haven't selected anything. We were just going to give our iron away there. You must trade 1,250, yeah. Yeah, so I need another 250. Yeah, that works. That works. I mean, I suppose I could take my Tanner off since he's got absolutely nothing to do because we've got no animal skins. And put him in as a trader temporarily just so, you know, we get goods flowing more quickly. We've moved into late autumn. That means that trader has been sitting there for approximately 3 months now. I think he's just living on his boat. Like, are we providing any hospitality for him? Are we doing anything nice? Are we feeding him? Like... Poor bloke's just been sat there for ages waiting for us to get fucking iron in. We've got 350 now. We're getting there, we're getting there. And a child named Gisela has been born. I love the name Gisela. We've already got a Gisela, haven't we? Only spelled a bit differently. We've got Gisela over there, and then we've got Gisela with one S. Who has had Gisela with one S? Have you named them after Gisela? Is Gisela like a very close family friend or something? And you've decided to name your child. It's Arlisle and Eleanor have named her Gisela. Now, Gisela over here was, I think, one of the children who was already here. I don't think she was born here, but I think she was like a child when we started, I think. Or she was one of the very first ones born here. I can't quite remember. But I'm trying to work out if there could be any connection. Because I can't remember who Gisela's parents were. I'm sure she lived over here, though. Or something. Maybe she's just like a really, really close friend of Arlisle and Eleanor, and they have decided to name their 75th daughter, or however many children they've had at this point, Gisela, after Gisela over here. That's what we're going to go with, because that warms my heart. Yes, Arlisle and Eleanor just will not stop having children. They've had so many children at this point. Like, they had a full house, and then all of those children moved out, and now they've had more children and have a full house again. I think they've had 6 at this point. I think they've had 6 children. Maybe more. But yeah, they are just the power couple of the village, man. We all could learn from Arlisle and Eleanor. Who the fuck is building this? It's 98% complete. Is there anybody working on it right at this moment? Did somebody fucking leave when it was 152 out of 160? Because whoever it was who decided to walk away from that, you're an arsehole. Oh, but it's Kristen and Messica, and I like both of them, so I can't say anything. Are you going to come and finish it, Kristen? Wonderful Kristen is going to finish the town hall single-handed. I like Kristen. I like that she's going to be the one who completes the town hall on her own, because Messica's too busy off over here doing something else, probably. God knows. Have we managed to get enough fucking iron yet? 450, we're almost there. I can see you. I can see you, whoever you are. Waverley. Taking your wheelbarrow of iron to the trading port so this poor bloke can finally go home. He will give us a single plum seed in return for, like, all of our iron. And then he will go home. How is he going to get that much iron on the boat? I mean, does that work? I'm not convinced that works, but okay. And there he is, putting the iron in. Have we gone now? We've now got 500 iron. Okay. So, I will have a plum seed in exchange for 500 iron. I have a feeling the economy in this game is a little bit messed up. There we go. Trade that. And then we can dismiss the trader. The trader can go. The trader is now going. But what we need to do, very, very important, is take that iron down to 0, because we've only got 130 iron stored up now that we've traded all of that iron, and we don't have a ready supply of iron because we don't have a mine yet. We're just sort of mining what we can find out in the wild, so we've got no real reliable way of replenishing that yet, so we don't want to put it all back in the trading post. So our trading post is now just stocked with food, so let's hope that the next trader who comes by actually wants to buy that food, unlike that arsehole who was only interested in our iron. And we now have a town hall. Okay, so a town hall basically just gives you lots of nice stats. So it tells you how many, I mean, you know, it's stuff that we can see up here for the most part. But it shows how many homes we've got. So we've got 11 homes and we've got 13 families. So some people are a bit doubled up apparently. Really? We've got people who are like, we've got like 2 couples under one roof. Also, I'm going to take one of those traders off and put him in the tannery again, even though there's probably no animal skins for him, but never mind. Yeah, we've got 11 homes with 13 families. So, oh my god, is it doing like counting Garlandra and Valerial as like a couple, despite the fact they're siblings? I really hope it's not doing that, because that would be fucking creepy. That's not the case, alright? That's not, in my head, that is not the case. Yeah, but apparently we've got 11 homes, 13 families, 39 citizens. Another child's been born! We'll get to that in a moment. 4 students, 13 children. 95% are clothed. That's a little bit concerning. There are 5% of people who are not clothed, especially considering we've got 51 fucking coats. 43% are educated. That's the health, that's the happiness. These are just like, this is just this, only more condensed. And this is cool, so we can see how much we're producing of each thing. So food, we've currently got 2,922. We've used 3,298 in this year, in the last year, and produced 3,804 in the last year. So we are we're making a profit of food. Is that this current year, and then this is like in the last year, if that makes sense? What if I do 2 years? Yes. So this is like, I think this year, like from early spring, whereas this is like from last winter. If that makes sense? Does that make sense? That probably makes sense. And this is just our inventory, so everything that we've got all together. And then we've got lots of nice graphs. 50 years. We haven't been here 50 years. 5 years. We've been here 5 years, and this shows us how our population has grown, how many adults we've had, how many students, how many children. Oh, it's just like, so the little dips and peaks and little baby booms and stuff. We can track all of that. Yes, and like I said, nomads can now turn up. And if we really need the people, and we have the resources, we can allow them to join our village. And if we just do not have enough food for them, or homes, or whatnot, we can deny them. And then these are the trade items that we've got. So yes, this shows us what seeds and what livestock we've unlocked. And apparently we have cherry seeds, so I could have made an orchard all this time. Well, who knew? I just assumed that I wouldn't have any trees yet, because you usually don't start with any, but apparently that is not the case. And we've had another fucking child born. Oh my god. So we've got Elio and Henda. We need to find these people. Henda is Talonza and Sir Brinley's child. Oh, Talonza and Sir Brinley. I think you're going to become the new power couple after Arlyle and Eleanor sort of, pass on. I think Talonza and Sir Brinley are going to become my new power couple. It's still the blacksmith and the tailor. I mean, just the fact that they've held down the same job for any significant length of time is really impressive in this village at the minute, because people are jumping around professions so much. Who's the other one I'm looking for? Elio. Poor Tylord's still 44. 44 and a builder now, and we don't actually need any builders. So there he is, back to being a labourer. All is right with the world. Arlyle and Eleanor haven't had another one. Oh, I found him. He's over here. It's Tavo and Haiti. Tavo's the physician now, and Haiti's still the teacher. So they're a pretty high-class couple, they are. I mean, Tavo keeps switching between physician and cleric. Because, like, who's the cleric at the minute? Is it Lena? Yeah, it's Lena. So she is currently the cleric. Yes, they're quite the upper class couple, aren't they? A physician and a teacher, a doctor and a teacher, and they've got Elio and Cliver, and Weaverly and Lena are a trader and a cleric. Yeah. I wonder if I want to build some more. No, I don't want to build some more houses yet, because we've mostly got children. We've not really got anybody who could move in with. I suppose we've got a few. We've got a few who could move in with each other. I don't think I want the population to expand too quickly, though. Or do I? Oh, I don't know. You see, a house might look quite cute there. Expand Upper Magpieton a little bit, because the minute Upper Magpieton only has 2 houses. Although there aren't actually any professions to fill up here, are there? Because we've got a cleric, we've got a teacher, we've got a doctor, we've got a trader. So there isn't really any reason to put anybody up here, unless I put a little orchard up at the back. That would be cute, actually, wouldn't it? Have a little orchard up by the back of the, oh my god, I just cannot think of words. My brain just isn't working. Cemetery! Back of the cemetery, beside the church and the hospital. Flipping heck, man. I mean, I know I'm tongue-tied at the best of times, but Jesus. Yeah, we have a nice orchard. Like, sort of... that? Yeah, a bit like that. Put a nice orchard in. They'll need to chop down all of these trees and stuff like that, but they'll get to that whenever they feel like it. We now need 1 builder to build the orchard. Needs to remove 26 things. That's absolutely fine. And we will plant some... Well, I've just spent a lot of iron on purchasing plum seeds. Oh, fuck, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to order things. Because when traders come, you can order something for them to bring the next time. So I could have ordered, like, a different kind of seed, because it might just bring plum seeds again. And I don't want plum seeds again, because I've already got them. Actually, you know what? If we plant plums, and we have a little plum orchard, we can then use those plums to make beer if we build a tavern. Now we're getting somewhere. We could build a tavern to increase happiness, even though this is the most ridiculously happy village in the world. Like, they are just so happy in Magpieton. You have absolutely no idea. I don't know what it is they're smoking, but everybody is just, like, so happy all the time, which is fabulous. But that doesn't stop us from building a brewery. I wonder if a brewery makes health go down. I wonder if that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing. But, yeah, we could have a brewery supplied by this lovely plum field. Quite like that idea. How's the storage doing? Because we were very near capacity, weren't we? We're still a bit near capacity. Oh, we've got some wool. I'll switch you over to warm coats just for a short while. I mean, we're pretty much full up on coats by now, but just switch her over. Yeah, we could build a tavern here. Make beer out of plums. I don't know whether you can make it out of cherries as well, actually. You might be able to. Oh, wait, another child. Hang on. Oh, my God, 2 new children. Oh, you're fucking expanding too quickly now. Hang on a minute. So we've got Wall, because somebody really hates their child. Who the fuck would call a kid Wall? We've got Wall and Yoslin. See if we can find Wall and Yoslin. Yoslin is Messica and Callus. It's all the old guard who are having kids at the minute. Like, the young ones aren't really bothering. They're quite happy with their, like, 1 or 2 kids. It's the old ones whose kids have all moved out who've decided, you know what, let's have another one. Let's not enjoy our nice, peaceful retirement. Let's have another child. Mind you, they don't retire in this game, do they? They do not retire. I think it must be them down here who've had Wall. Fucking hell, they are weird with names, these two. I mean, we've got fucking Ralpha and Rose, who sound like they should be girls but are boys. And then they've got Wall, who is another boy. They've got 3 boys. Ralpha, Wall and Rose. I can't get over that they called a boy Rose. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am not somebody who believes that we should be conforming to gender stereotypes in this modern age. But even the most progressive person in the world has to admit that calling a boy Rose is a little bit cruel. I mean... just a little bit. I mean, Ralpha you can get away with, but Rose? And not to mention Wall! Fuck calls a kid Wall? They're a bit stranger, Irvine and Giselle are living out in the forest over here, but, you know, I still kind of like them. He's the herbalist and she's the forester. They're another power couple of the village, aren't they? I should start thinking about building some more houses. I mean, if I build this orchard here... And the thing is, we're short on labourers, and we're not going to have any labourers for a while... because everybody's become students and they stay as students for a ridiculously long time. I'm sure they're either like 18 or 21 when they stop being a student and become a worker. It's a stupidly long amount of time and they're only like 14 now. So we're going to have to go a while without any more labourers coming through. I'm really going to build a little house there. Okay, but should we build just a little stone house? Just there, next to the townhouse. That one's really cute, actually. That would really the town hall, even not the townhouse. Yeah, put that one there, and then we can have a little path going up through. Put a little path like there, just going up through and going around the cemetery and the little orchard. Put that path up there. And then you can go around, yeah, go around there like that. So we just have a little path around the orchard, all very nice, and then we can have a little tavern here, and maybe some more little houses. And we're building Upper Magpieton into like a proper little upper class community up here, with fucking builders. Weaverly's become a builder. He was the trader, but never mind. We've got the cleric though. Lena's the cleric, and the physician and the teacher still. Little middle class world. Who's our trader then? Kristen, of course. Kristen's always doing something important, isn't she? There's a fly in my face in the real world. Go and join the moth and drown yourself in the juice, Jesus. Yeah, it's all coming along, isn't it? It's all nice. This is what I meant when I said that, you know, all of a sudden you'll start expanding really quickly. I mean, it hasn't happened quite yet. This is just us expanding moderately quickly. But eventually we'll start to expand really quickly. I'm already looking for another trader to come in because I want some livestock, man. I want some livestock. I wonder whether I should build another storage barn up here. Because if I'm going to have a tavern there, that's going to be supplied by the plums that they grow here, then what they're going to end up doing is they'll harvest the plums and they'll take them over to this storage barn, and then whoever is the what are they even called, the brewer, whoever is the brewer will then go from here all the way over to this storage barn, pick up the plums and come back again. And you know, it would be so much simpler if they would just take the plums directly to the thing, but they won't. They'll take it to the storage barn. But if there's a storage barn here, because that one is getting a bit full, so maybe it wouldn't be an absolutely terrible idea to have another one up here. You might want to think on that. We also want to keep an eye on our stone and iron reserves, because, you know, we don't have a quarry, we don't have a mine, we don't have the people to bloody staff either one of those, because you need like 15 for each, I think. Oh, our orchard's finished. In early spring as well, the perfect time. Yes, cherries or plums. We will plant plums, and we will get a no, there we go. We will get a farmer. That's the word I was looking for. We need 2 farmers now. So, who is tending our orchard? Rainy! Rainy, who doesn't know how to fish. The only thing I remember about Rainy. And who's tending our field? Eleanor! Good old Eleanor. So who's the woodcutter then? Is it? It's Arlisle. I fucking knew it was going to be Arlisle, because the pair of them, they're just, one of them's the farmer and one of them's the woodcutter. Apart from that awkward moment where they became labourers and builders for a while. But yeah, they're just always, one of them is the fucking woodcutter and one of them is the farmer. It's just the way it is. Just the rules of the village, man. But yes. Now the orchards actually, it takes a couple of years, doesn't it, for the trees to grow? If I remember correctly. You can't just do it in like one season like they do with the crop fields. I think it'll take a couple of years. So we don't want to be going and building a tavern anytime soon, because we don't have anything to make beer with. We can have plum beer. We can have plum beer eventually. We'll build our little house here. Who is it who's building this house? Because I've only got the one building. It's Kristen again. Every single fucking job that I seem to click on, it's Kristen. Like, she just moves around jobs unbelievably quickly. It's like, either that or there's 15 of her. You know, maybe she's cloned herself and there's actually 15 Kristens walking around or something like that, and I just haven't noticed. But like, honestly, she is always... Just like, every job I click on, it's like, oh, it's Kristen. It's Kristen. Oh! A child named Tracy was born. Let's see who's had Tracy. I love this, going around the houses and trying to work out who's had kids. Like to say, eventually it'll get too big. Tyler's still a hunter, is he? He went back to being a labourer for a while, didn't he? He just can't make his bloody mind up, can he? Timona's still a gatherer. She seems to have settled as the gatherer. But I'm looking for Tracy. Tracy! Dormando and Kristen. Oh, bless them. Like, it's just all the old guard are having more and more kids. It's just, I mean, the young ones kind of keep up, man. Bless them. Yeah. Plenty of kids being born. What are we up to now, like, people-wise? 43. 43 people, man. We're growing. We're growing and expanding. It's kind of beautiful, but kind of sad at the same time. My lovely little village, where I knew who everybody was. I knew everybody personally. I mean, I still do, kind of. Still kind of know who everybody is. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on good old Talonza and Sabrini over here. But, like, I could not have told you their children's names off the top of my head. Because the village is just getting too big, man. It's getting too big. Violet's still a hunter, living on his own. Diamona's still getting on a bit, those two though, aren't they? He's 45 and she's 43. Dear me. Oh, the old guard are getting old. Although they do live for a decent length of time in Banished. I mean, probably be about 80 before they pop the clogs, which is nice. But we've got the cemetery here just in case. We haven't had anybody die in childbirth yet. That's rare in Banished. I would normally have expected at least one person to die in childbirth by now. Especially with this little baby boom that we've got going on. And we've got 17 kids now. Fucking 17 of them and only 4 students. I don't know anybody else who's aged up enough to become a student. And the students are only 14 as well, because they were all the same age. They all became students at the same time. All the same age. Because Sandria is nearly old enough to be a student. But Azariah's only 14. And I can't remember whether it's 18 or 21 where they stop being a student and become workers. But like, I could really do with some more workers coming through. I mean, at the minute I'm treading water. Like, I've got just enough. But, you know, if it suddenly turns out that we need to start producing more food quickly, I'm a bit screwed. Although I can always take people off being the blacksmith and the tanner and the tailor, because we're sort of doing absolutely fine on all that. So, you know, it's not so bad. I'm trying to find anybody who's like getting old enough to become a student. They're all really young. Yeah, there isn't many coming through who are soon going to become students. Fletchel's 8, so Cliver will be 8 as well because they were born at the same time. I like to think those two are best friends. Either that or they're going to be bitter rivals, but I prefer to think they're best friends. Cliver and Fletchel living next door to each other. Oh, you can see tiny little plum trees starting to be grown. For some reason he's left a gap there. Let's not question that. He got that far along that line and then he decided to come down here and then he decided to jump and plant 2 more. Yeah, whatever. God knows what's going on there. Who is it again? Who's our... Oh, it's Weaverly, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. It's Weaverly lives down here somewhere and he was the trader for a while, but now he's not. Now he's a farmer. His wife's the cleric. That's quite nice. We've still got the physician and the teacher. Very middle class couple. Tavo and Haiti, very middle class. Living in their little stone cottage. How fancy are they in Upper Magpie? The physician and the teacher. Dear me. Getting ideas above their station. Meanwhile, flipping Arlyle and Eleanor, the power couple of the village, are still down here toiling away doing all the important work. Oh, our other little house has been built. Right, moment of truth. Let's see who has moved into our little townhouse. Garlandra and Valerial. Well. I can't remember where either of them came from. Valerial was somewhere in this row, wasn't she? I feel like she came from here, because that's looking a bit empty. Yeah, it must have been. She came from here. And Garlandra... God knows. Where did Garlandra come from? I can't bloody remember. I've got absolutely no idea. But that's nice that they've moved in together. Neither of them are particularly important. I mean, like neither of those names really mean anything to me apart from, like, I remember Valerial. I mean, I remember them both, but, you know, nothing noteworthy about either of them. We're getting to that point in the game where it's just like, they're just villagers, man. There's so many villagers. Oh, we've had another kid be born. Dwig. Wow. Is that going to be fucking Gisela and Thingy's 4th son? No. It's the kind of name that they would come up with, though. Dwig. Okay, let's see who the fuck had Dwig. Well, firstly, let's make sure it's not Diamona. Good. Who is it going to be, then? Oh, it's Brennett and JC have had Dwig. Dwig and Armin. Wow, that's some stellar naming, that is. Dwig and Armin. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, it sort of got to that awkward point in the game where there isn't really anything for me to do except just, like, wait. Wait for things to happen. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I could just end the series right now. Or take a break in the series, because, I mean, I want to carry on playing with this town, whether I'm recording videos with it or not. But there will be a big lull where just nothing happens. So, I mean, I could just play it myself for a while and do some other videos in between, and then come back to it after I've expanded it a little bit, because right now there's not really that much going on. Like, this video has been a bit boring, hasn't it? I mean, the Sunday morning videos are meant to be boring, but this video has been particularly boring, I think. Like, there's just now happening. So I could go, I mean, I know I've said before that I'll go and play some off camera, and then it never ended up happening. But that's because there was exciting drama unfolding between Diamona and Tylord. And that's kind of petered out into nothing, to be honest with you. So, yeah. I feel like I want to... Oh, I don't know what I want to do. I feel like I want to maybe just like play a bit off screen, and we'll maybe have a couple of weeks where I do some other videos on a Sunday morning, some little one-offs, and then we might come back to Magpie after I've expanded it a little bit. Because at the minute there's no happening, is there? There's no going on. We've built Upper Magpie over here. Lower Magpie is thriving. We've got our little forest area. We've got plenty of food coming in. We've got plenty of firewood. We've got plenty of everything, really. There's no imminent crisis about to happen. We've got a decent amount of children being born. It's just like... there's nothing really going on. I maybe want to build some more houses up here. But apart from that, I'm just sort of waiting for stuff to happen. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away for a couple of weeks. We'll have a couple of weeks where I do some different little one-off videos on a Sunday morning. And then we'll come back to Banished. I'll do some playing off screen. And I'll expand it a bit. And we'll come back to it when there's actually something interesting happening. Because at the minute, I'm just waiting for my students to grow up and, you know, for time to pass and the village to expand and just kind of see what happens. So next week, we'll do something else. I don't know what, something little. I might do an Islanders one. I fancy doing another Islanders video. I know I've already done one, but I fancy doing another one. Or something else. I've got a few puzzle games and city builders and things like that in the running. But we'll do a couple of little one-offs. And then we will come back to Banished later. But for now, I'm going to leave you with this lovely rainy view of beautiful Magpie, and I shall say good night, because I'm going to go to bed now. Because it's very late. I'm very tired. So, yeah. Night-night, everyone. I realise that it's like 8 o'clock in the morning for you, if you're living in Britain. If you're not, then it's a different time. So, I suppose I could still say night-night. I really am rambling in this video, aren't I? Like, even more than usual. I think I need sleep. I think that's what I need. I'm gonna go and get some sleep. Goodbye.